Hi! We have more Amstrad Action. It's that time of the week again. We can get to look at we're opening up issue number 75. We're, we're reaching the end of 1991. We're starting to get less and less game releases now. It sort of drops off a bit from here on. We've still got, I think, 7 games in this issue to go through. So it'll steadily get smaller until we hit like certainly 1993 will drop off quite a lot. But anyway, we're not there yet. It's still Britain's best-selling magazine for the Amstrad CPC GX 4000 and Plus. December 1991, still £2.50. It's got Smash TV. Will this game drive you to destruction? Find out on page 38. Exclusive Ubisoft's amazing new music program, only in AA. Buyer's Guide, this month the best in CPC peripherals. Bargain of a lifetime, Siren Software's all-in-one 3.5-inch disc drive pack under the microscope, see page 58. Mad. Bad. And in your face. WWF WrestleMania. All your favourites. Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Atari ST, Amiga, IBM PC and compatibles. There's our lineup. Now, Smash TV. Have you ever seen a game move this fast before? Smash TV will drive you potty. Turtles 2. Gameplay? What's that then? Who cares? This one is just so playable you won't want to stop. Win a radio-controlled car. See the special Cisco Heat combo on page 16. Buyer's Guide, all the top CPC peripherals, part 2 next-ish. Plus, the best ever shoot-em-ups on the Amstrad. Action Pack, Cars, Balls and Gaelic. Cisco Heat Demo plus 2 complete games and the excellent RSX Lib from Smogware Systems. Disk drive. Everything you need to add a 3.5-inch disk drive to your CPC from Siren Software, including extended DOS, ROMbox and utilities. We've got on Action Test, we've got Alien Storm. The Earth's been invaded. That's twice this week. Manchester United Europe. Top of the charts, yes, but top of the league. Super Sega, US Gold's coin-op compilation. Smash TV, sale of the century was never like this. Turtles 2, the coin-op. The game Turtles 1 should have been. Super Sim Pack, football, driving, tennis and shooting. World Cup Rugby. Now's your chance to change history. Here we've got another rugby game. Ooh. And all the regulars. It's an action pack. The Cisco Heat. San Francisco. It's a tough city, full of tough people. Even the sandwich sellers have it tough. Cops have it even tougher. Why are we giving you a guide to an American city? Because the cover tape demo, Cisco Heat, is set in that very city. You think so? Oh. It's a conversion of the racing coin-op of the same name. You play the role of a San Francisco sandwich seller, cop, racing like a maniac around the Frisco streets. Normally you'd be delivering bagels to the local officers, chasing criminals. Today, is the day of the annual race, where you compete against fellow bagel deliverers, police officers, to see who's the fastest. Not all the sandwich lorries, police cars, you'll encounter own the race. Some of them are just there to get in your way and annoy you. What you get here is the first stage. The orangey rectangles that leap out at you are trams. And there's also a few yellow cars that pull out in front of you for no good reason. Use your horn to get other vehicles out of the way, allegedly, to get to Fisherman's Wharf within the specified time limit. And you're laughing. And perhaps grinning smugly a bit too. Mine's a cheese and onion roll. Conviction for gross stupidity. Cisco heat controls. Keyboard or joystick may be used. And we got Impossible. Welcome to the most frustrating game in computing history. Ed MP, who thinks patience is what you call a crowd of people in a doctor's surgery, has broken 3 of our best joysticks playing it. Barely an hour goes by without a scream of, "I didn't mean to do that!" and a crashing noise as the Connex hits the wall. He's been plugging away for 2 weeks now and has vowed not to do any work until he's got past level 1. It's impossible, you have to bump these barrels with your ball. You can move about in all the directions, and the longer you hold down fire, the higher you bounce. If you hit any of the spiky things, the ball bursts and you return to the start. You got 4 balls, and don't let your doctor tell you any different. We think we know you well enough by now to tell you things we don't normally tell people. Impossible is a brilliant yet infuriating game. It's difficult, more difficult in fact than fitting an adult giraffe into a standard-sized handbag. We're going for a cold shower to recover. Level 1 is not that difficult. Later levels, sure. And Tierna Nog. You know, with titles like Street Fighter, Space Battle, and Monster Kicking Ninja Warrior. But Tierna Nog? What the Dickens, Wordsworth, and Shakespeare does that mean? Off we pop down the library to check out the English Gaelic dictionary. Well, Tier means land, and Na means of. As for Nog, we can find no trace. And someone tells us the title isn't in Gaelic after all. It's in City, ancient language that died out in the 3rd century BC or thereabouts, before anyone had got round to doing a City to English dictionary. Oh, great. Apparently Gaelic developed from City, and along with all the languages that then developed from Gaelic. So it's over to the Irish, Welsh, Icelandic, and Old Scottish dictionaries, and we discover that Tiernanog means either land of than, land of sufficiently, or land of a small wooden peg used in weaving. Shorn of a System Mag Commodore format reckons it means land of the dead. But then again, 10 years ago he thought humans would have colonised Mars by now. True. And it's not based too much on what he thinks, eh? TNR knob controls. Keyboard only, like all good games. Whoops, sorry I forgot to tell you what you have to do. First of all, you'll need a pen and paper, as there's a lot of mapping to be done. Cool, it's just like a real adventure nearly, hey Balrog fans? You've got to find the bits of the Seal of Callum. It's a big job, and there are several smaller quests to be tackled before you can take on the main one. Often, the results of your actions will depend on whether you've collected the right object or done the right thing early on. During the course of your travels, you meet various monsters. Are they friendly? Well, some can be persuaded to help you, but others you will have to fight. Combat outcomes are governed by what you're carrying and what you're using as a weapon. You have to work out the rules for yourselves. Of course. You and the monsters travel along pathways and through doorways. You have to be facing a doorway to walk through it. Use the rotate stuff for that. Some are locked, so find a key. Some instantly transport you to another location, and take note of every object you find. They might seem worthless, but they will do something. Wonderful. It's RSX lib. Disk only. It'll only work from disk even though it is supplied on tape. Your first job is to transfer all the RSX libs files to disk. Then you need to use the supplied basic de-archiving program to split the RSX archive file into its constituent RSXs before you can use them. Nice and easy then. Manual not included. You can buy a manual for £10. Amstrad Siren software to make disk drive interface for 464. Welcome reprieve for 464 owners as supplies of official DDI1 drive dwindle. Supplies of the Amstrad DDI1 drive are slowly drying up. Amstrad stopped making the beast some time ago, and although large numbers were nevertheless stockpiled within the trade, they obviously wouldn't last forever. The DDI1 drive package includes the interface needed for 464 to be able to use disks. However, Siren Software is shortly to release its own version of the interface. We'll be supplying an identical system to the DDI1. However, the actual drive interface will be to our design. we have managed to retain 100% compatibility with the DDI-1. Excellent news for 464 owners who were otherwise facing the prospect of never being able to upgrade their machines. However, the reprieve may only be temporary since Siren's supply of the 40015 disk ROMs essential to the manufacture of the interfaces is limited. When we run out of 40015 disk ROMs, we will be unable to supply the DDI2 to 464 owners. It is a first come, first served situation. Siren's drive interface pack will cost the same as the discontinued Amstrad unit, £159.99. It will be supplied with operating manual and CPM 2.2. Once stocks of CPM 2.2 are exhausted, Siren will supply alternative disk copying formatting software running under AMSDOS. PageMaker latest. When we reviewed Alan Scully's PageMaker Deluxe DTP program, AA73, we neglected to point out that it was 6128 only. Sorry about that, folks. However, look out for the next ish when we put the 64K version, PageMaker Plus, on the cover tape. Yowie! Ooh. Fair statistics. It seems that 73% of the visitors who attended the Midlands All Formats Computer Fair are regular games players. 53% use a PC regularly. 47% own an ST or Amiga. 66% own multiple machines. And, well, you get the picture. The point is that there are still some fair dates left this year, including December 1st at the City Hall, Candleriggs, Glasgow, December 14th at the Horticultural Hall, Westminster, and December 15th at the University Sports Centre, Leeds. Don't expect mega new releases, just bugs galore. Opening hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m, and don't be surprised if some bod with a clipboard accosts you on the way in. Oh no. New retail chain opens. If you live in Ruislip or Muswell Hill, you already know about a new computer store chain called Games Vision. No? Well, check them out. The rest of us can look forward to branches of the store springing up all over the country. The company behind the new retail chain is CityVision, which is the parent company of the Ritz video chain, Europe's largest apparently. The stores will be designed specifically to appeal to the youth market and will include unique demonstration consoles. Game Vision shops will cover a variety of formats, including consoles. We don't know yet how much coverage the Amstrad will get, but the shops will be stocking a variety of goodies like joysticks too, so they'll definitely be worth a visit. And you may also get the chance to sample gaming of the future in the form of interactive virtual reality machines. Ooh. Put your foot down. Spectra Video is always turning out weird and wonderful new game controllers, but this time it's excelled itself. The Quick Drive foot pedal controller has 3 pedals, which can be configured to replace 3 of the 5 controls on a standard joystick. Great for driving games. Most games let you set up the controls yourself, so why not use the foot controller for accelerator and brake, and the keyboard for steering. The third pedal could be for nitro boost or whatever. The price will be $24.99. Also new is the Megastar, another nude joystick. The Top Star was the first. Apart from having a transparent case, the Megastar boasts super chunky styling and heavy-duty micro switches and a short and stubby handle, just like an arcade controller. When the stick is in use, you can see its micro switches rippling like a muscle builder. Sure. The Megastar will cost $27.95. Look out for both controllers in a shop near you real soon. Ooh. The snippets. Get the bug. Cheetah's been trumpeting its new joystick for weeks now, and at last we've got a hold of a review sample. The stick has an ergonomically designed body for supreme comfort, but its biggest feature is its unique bug-eyed look. Both fire buttons are positioned on the front of the casing rather than the top. A bit of a gimmick? Not a bit of it. The bug is one of the best joysticks we've ever tried. The stick itself is wonderfully light, the fire buttons are positive, and the whole thing handles superbly. It should be in the shops as you read this, priced $14.95. Look out for a special bug combo in next month's Grapevine. Oh no. Mr. Manjatu at Shopper Show. Make a note in your file effects. The Computer Shopper Show is taking place between the 5th and 8th of November at the Wembley Exhibition Halls. There's going to be all the usual bugs and goodies on offer, but this year's event boasts a rather unusual personality. Mr. Manjatu is a Frenchman with a particular appetite. He eats anything. And at the show, he will be eating an entire PC over the 5-day period. That's not all Mr. Mangiato has eaten since 1966. He's scoffed his way through bikes, chandeliers, televisions, supermarket trolleys, and even a Cessna light aircraft. The worst of it is, he's supposed to be eating this PC bite by bite. We don't even think even Mr. Mangiato could swallow that. Picture this. Serious publisher SD Microsystems is to branch out into the art world for a new art program called Picasso. The program will feature 12 different fonts, handle fills, incorporate a clipboard, offer a variety of image manipulations. All this and it works on 64K machines. Look out for a full review soon. Foundation Software address. Chris Owen of Foundation Software, publisher of the one and only step time sequencer for the CPC, has asked us to point out his new address is there, 27 Crofters End, Sawbridgeworth, Hertz. After 6 p.m. We call them after 6 p.m. Green printer ribbons. A Hong Kong company has come up with an innovative solution to the problem of ribbon wasting. Instead of chucking out your old ribbon once it dries out, case and all, instead of spraying your old ribbon with horrible sticky black inks, you could just wind in a whole new ribbon using the special cartridges supplied. And at the moment, the manufacturer, Total Prinstrument MFY Limited, doesn't have a UK importer, but the company says it will welcome orders from individuals. Made in Hong Kong, the new green printer ribbon that could help save the environment. Movie premiere now showing Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Gremlins 2, the new batch. For years, the magic of Hollywood has been the focus for the... Oh, this is 2 pages. Oh, Back to the Future Part 2, Gremlins 2, Days of Thunder. Did that get released? I don't remember. Oh, it's a compilation, so maybe it did. Yeah, Back to the Future Part 2, Days of Thunder, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and Gremlins 2. The charts. Full price. With Terminator 2, Ocean, Arnie returns to your Arnold in Ocean's latest movie license. Final Fight, US Gold, Wrestling, Karate and Ninja action galore in US Gold's brilliant coin-up combo. Manchester United Europe, Chrysalis, Happy Mondays, FLX Palace and Hacienda, Manchester United Europe, book your holiday now. Okay. Rainbow Collection, Ocean, icky little kiwis and bees and dinosaurs and things. Blah. Hero Quest, Gremlin Graphics, the computer game with the board game of the game of castles and monsters. A Disney Collection, Codemasters. The new Disney Collection is sharpening its shell even as we speak. Christmas number 1. Big Box, Bo Jolly. 30 games for the price of a handful. They're all quite old and crinkly, mind. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Mirrorsoft. This game's on its way out, but Turtles 2, the coin-op, is on its way in. Is there no escape? Grandstand, Domark. A pretty split collection of sports sims. 2 of them are brilliant, the other 2 are dog poo. Fizz, Virgin. Roger Malley says... We say pretty mediocre sports sim, to be honest. It's all changed on the charts page. We've kicked out the Gallup charts and got a new way of working out the top 10s, which we think will be much more representative of what's going on. We're comparing all your charts with what's happening in the shops and compiling an exclusive AA guide to what's hot on the street. And we don't mean freshly laid tarmac. The budgets. Batman the Movie, Hit Squad. Turrican, Kicks. Moonwalker, Kicks. New Zealand Story, Hit Squad. Quattro Coin-Ops, Codemasters. Power Drift, Hit Squad. Heroes of the Lance, Kicks. Quattro Skills, Codemasters. Bubble Bobble, Hit Squad. And Shinobi, Mastertronic. And the readers' charts: Turrican, Rainbow Arts, Rainbow Islands, Ocean, Rick Dangerous, Firebird, Magic Land Dizzy, Codemasters, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, Mirrorsoft. Here's a digitized picture. Pretty good, huh? But who is it not the piggy of? Don't know. Hang on. Yes, we do. This is Nick Barnes from Telford, and that's his top 5 games of all time over there. Nick says he'd like lots of screaming female fans. Wouldn't we all, mate? Wouldn't we all? Your best bet is probably to go to America, become a world famous baseball player. You've already got the cap for it. Anyone else want to go? Send your top 5s and pickies to Reader's Charts. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, the coin op. The return of the awesome foursome. Those arcade screenshots. Hard to tell. Right, on the grapevine. Off on the crusades. Magic? Pah! Kid stuff. If HeroQuest made you gag, despite its excellent role-playing basis, you want Space Crusade, the sequel. This time you are battling terrifying aliens and infested derelict starships previously lost for thousands of years. Like HeroQuest, Gremlin's Space Crusade is a computer conversion of a top-selling role-playing board game. This time you get 12 different missions, none of them found in the board game, including the retrieval of experimental weapons and setting up the ship's self-destruct mechanisms. HeroQuest scored an AA Master Game, and Space Crusade looks like HeroQuest with knobs on. We can't wait. Space Crusade will be out for Christmas. Price $10.99 cassette, $15.99 disc. Who needs a hero? Well, we do apparently, according to Domark. We gobbled up last summer's Heroes compilation in such numbers that we're gasping for more of the same. So look out for superheroes this Yuletide. The pack contains the following: The Spy Who Loved Me, Last Ninja 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Strider 2. Superheroes will be out in November, priced $14.99 cassette, $19.99 disc. Where are the Simpsons? You've seen the ads, you've read the previews, so where's the game? These bods on Yule Sinclair have already seen and reviewed it, yet, the Amstrad version, there's no sign. Oh, we haven't seen the Amstrad version yet, quoth the Ocean spokesperson mysteriously. Okay, all together now. We want the Simpsons! We want the Simpsons! We want the Simpsons! The Simpsons should be out for Christmas, price $10.99 cassette, $15.99 disc. Mirrorsoft is building up to a busy Christmas this year. First we had Robozone, then we had Toodles 2, the coin op, and next off the production line is a conversion of the Jellicoe coin op, Cisco Heat. Apparently, each year the streets of San Francisco, have we ever heard that before, are cordoned off for the annual policeman's race. The SFPD are, it says here, the meanest drivers around, as police chases through the city are a daily occurrence. Fine, not the sort of place to go jaywalking then. What all this is really getting down to is another racing game, this time set against an authentic city backdrop. You're racing against strict time limits for successive stages. Each prang, needless to say, slows you down, and the time limits get tighter and tighter. Mirrorsoft reckons there's some heavy-duty 3D graphics, realistic handling, and ultra-fabby scenery-smacking action. But hey, what are we telling you this for? We've put the demo on the cover tape, so get stuck in and see for yourselves. Cisco Heat will be out in early December. Price $11.99 cassette, $15.99 disc. We've got a competition. The competition! We're all such super cool hero-type hard dudes at Future Publishing that Mirrorsoft brought down a Cisco Heat arcade machine and ran a little compo afterward just to see who was the meanest games player around. And guess who won it? No, it wasn't Rod, actually. In fact, it was some geezer called Stuart Campbell from some mag called Amiga Power. Stuart just happens to be Video Games Champion of the UK in 1988 or something like that. Anyway, it's all luck, isn't it? The idea was that all the ads taking part were trying to win prizes to give away to their readers, and that's just what Rod did. The prize, one lucky reader, thanks to the ads' remarkable games playing ability, is going to win an Atcomi Super Buggy radio-controlled rally car. All you have to do is answer the 3 rather easy questions. 1. In the streets of San Francisco, who co-starred with Carl Malden? A. Kirk Douglas. B. Michael Maiden. Michael Malden? I don't know, I can't tell. C. Michael Douglas. One of those is correct, I guess. 2. Which of the following is not an American name for a train? A. Trolley. B. Streetcar. C. Dirigible. 3. What famous bridge can you see in San Francisco? The Golden Gate Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, or the Hamburg Bridge? Answers on a postcard to Cisco Heat Compo. The closing date is the 6th of December, so we've got a chance of getting the prize out to the winners for Christmas. So get cracking! Chevy Chase. Core, a game about the famous American comedian. Oh, is that what he is? Nope. It's actually a racing game involving Chevrolets. Thank God for that. The Chevrolet concerned is a 1959 Bel Air, but it doesn't flop around like a wobbling great pudding like you might expect. Not with grippy tyres, fuel injection and nitro boost. Chevy Chase will be out mid-November, priced $3.99 cassette. Who's even releasing it? Chevy Chase even looks good on the Specky. Roll on the CPC version. Cody's Cartoon Collection. Codemasters is at it again with another compilation for Christmas. We can't quite see it being the hit that Disney's Excellent Adventures will be, but it's still a tidy little package. It includes Seymour Goes to Hollywood, Little Puff, Dizzy, the original, Slightly Magic, Spike in Transylvania. Cartoon Collection won't be coming in at the Quattro pack prices, but it's still looking pretty good value. Cartoon Collection will be out in early December, price $9.99 cassette. Seymour Goes to Hollywood scored 92% last issue. It'll soon be in Cartoon Collection. Reaction. Letters now. Moving everything around. Amstrad Action's letters are edited by Adam Peters, whose pen is mightier than any sword. And before you put pen to paper, make sure you've got the following. Got technical problems? You should be writing to forum, not reaction. Stuck on the basics and need help? That's what Ask Alex is for. Keep your letters short and try to make just one point rather than loads. Looking for a particular cheat or poke? You need cheat mode. Don't include essays or ask for individual replies. There's no way we have the time for that. What should you write about? Anything remotely connected with Amstrad computing. We give away £25 mail order vouchers for the best letters and badges for the angriest. Oh, more Kim, please. Daryl Catchpole thinks we should fill AA with pervy Kim Basinger stuff. We think Daryl should go and lie in a dark room. I think that Adam Peters is a silly name. I further object to your persistent spelling mistakes. Daryl is spelt with 2 R's in the middle. Dars is all you say? No. I think top 10 or top 5 or whatever is so boring. It's just left to games. Who cares if Joe blogs like Gizzard Puke beat him up 12? Top 10 Kim Basinger fantasy lists would be far more interesting, e.g. 1. Kim Basinger in a can of Anchor Cream. 2. Kim Basinger and a twin sister stuck in a lift. 3. Kim Basinger and the goat. I don't think I ought to go into detail just in case your lawyers are reading this. Daryl Catchpole, Scunthorpe. Firstly, persistence is spelt with an E and Kim Basinger is with one S. Secondly, it's not a top 10 or a top 5, it's a top 3. Thirdly, the capital of Paraguay is Asuncion. And finally, if any other readers have any strange obsessions they'd like to share, you know who to write to. Marjorie Proops at the Daily Mirror. Best letter ever! I'm writing to congratulate you on creating the best computer magazine on the newsagent's shelf. Blimey. Your team with the uncanny knack of being able to balance the serious and games side of computing perfectly. My favourite column is to be the Belrogs, although I also enjoy Type-In's cheat mode and action test. Type-Ins are great now they have an extended length, not that they were great beforehand. Cheat mode is greatly welcomed because the cheats always appear at exactly the same time as the games, and action test reviewers convey a game perfectly. The action packs steal the limelight though. The best game was heavy on the magic. More adventures, please. And the serious reviews of the columns and technical series are great also. I've been buying AA since issue 35, October 1987, and I have never missed an issue. The magazine was brilliant then, and I've never seen anything but improvements. Long live Amstrad Action, and thanks to all the crew. Thomas Christie, Grangemouth, Scotland. Now, why can't more of you write letters like this? Sure, we get a few that begin off like this, and they invariably suddenly launch into, I have a favour to ask, please could you send me all your computers? Or, but I think the latest issue is crap, you should all be shot. Thomas's letter does neither of these, it's just pure unadulterated praise. Obviously, the lad's a bit mad, but this is the sort of thing that needs to be encouraged. So we're sending Tommy a £25 voucher, a couple of budget games, and a signed copy of this ish. And if you want the same, well, you know what to do. Write to I think AA is fab at the usual address. Oh man, ho ho. When I return a tape because it doesn't work, having cleaned the tape heads and made sure the computer is not at fault, I put a label on the faulty tape and with a note of the error, read error B, etc. My software dealer does not object to this. Perhaps Robert Kershaw should do this to stop his shop putting faulty tapes back on the shelf. If someone can help with Castle Master, would they like a pen friend that works in Ocean in Oman? Jim says he can only find 4 keys. Who's Jim? But he would like an Amstrad pen pal. Oh, I get it now. Jim's the person in Oman. I'll provide the first 39p stamp if they phone me. Does Amstrad Action reach Poland, Hungary, or any other former Soviet bloc country? Do they have any Amstrad CPCs out there? Is there any way Amstrad owners can help them learn about computers? I would like to help them if they speak English, as I only speak English and rusty French. But I don't even seem able to reach the right people. Angela Alum, Bracknell, Berks. But if a software shop staff would rather not go to the hassle sending tapes back, as would seem the case in Whitechurch, and in the habit of sticking them back on the shelves, what's to stop them removing the stickers? Good tip though. AA in Eastern Europe, they send hundreds of copies out there, but unfortunately no one can read it because it's in English. They think it's a fishing magazine. Mind you, it's proven quite popular. Oh. Moan, moan, moan. It's now the 25th of September, and tomorrow Amstrad Action will be a full week late. Your circulation director told me that there's been a problem at the printers when I called yesterday for a whole week. Funny that Commodore Format, a brand new mag from the same publisher, gets on the queue for printing first. Come on, Rod, assert yourself and look after your readers. A new mag shouldn't bump us like this. On a different matter, would it be possible to verify contributions for type-ins on the Plus machine as well? I'm a fairly new owner of a 6128 Plus, and many machine code type proggies don't work on this machine. I spent many a frustrating hour typing in certain programs. I need to draw the conclusion that some poker quarter memory is suspect. I still can't figure out why Amstrad introduced incompatibilities between the old CPC and Plus machines. Any clue? Thanks for a great Mac. When you can get it on time, that is. Stephen Jivens, Camberley, Surrey. Sorry about not printing your letter in last month's issue, Stephen, but it arrived too late. Ho ho. Seriously though, mega apologies about the late running of AA73. That was down to the problems with the cover tape that were generally out of control. As far as Commodore Format is concerned, we have a punch up in the car park on the last Friday of every month to decide positions in the print queue. Unfortunately, we've got Marianne, so we usually lose. That's not all you're going to lose, sunshine. As for the type-ins, we haven't had any problems on our Office Plus machines. All progs are fully checked on all machines. Have you used Typewriter to check you've keyed them in properly? The CPC Plus compatibility problems only affect a small number of machine code programs. Basically, the Plus machines work off a 10 nanosecond keyboard pulse, and the programs need to be written with this in mind. What? The original CPCs were also supposed to run off a 10 nanosecond pulse. This was part of the machine's specifications. However, for some reason, programs worked perfectly if the pulse wasn't exactly 10 nanoseconds, so a few programs were written with slightly different jump blocks. These worked okay on the CPC, but on the Plus they'll load only to freeze when encountering the first wait for a key entry. This incompatibility wasn't deliberately introduced by Amstrad. They haven't changed the ROM in any way. It's just one of those things, really. If you want to blame someone, I'm sure you do, blame the programmers. Okay. charting a decline. I'm so fed up with the charts only showing the top 10 games that I had to write and complain. My brother, Richard, would like you to know why you do not show the top 20 games in the charts. Nicky Barrett, Rochdale. We're doing it deliberately just to spite you and your bruv. Well, but there's another reason too. Basically, Gallup, the chart people, send us a top 100 games list, and we have to separate out the budgets and full prices. The Amstrad full price market is fallen compared to budgets. Around 85% of all games sold now are budgies. Consequently, there are only 12 or 13 full prices in the list we get, so we can't do a top 20. Sorry. But you don't use Gallup now. What are you on about? A complaint. I read with greatest horror your comments on Channel 4's Chelmsford 123 in your 73rd issue's reaction. I think you are completely wrong and utterly and unutterably stupid. Besides, not knowing humour if you were to find it in your porridge. I'm writing to Channel 4 straight away, telling them to ignore your letter, as you are clearly mad. Matthew Watson, London. Oh boy, it's time for the angry letter of the month. Michael Davies, a response. I would just like to ask one simple question. Who the HELL does Michael Davies, reaction to AA73, think he is? First of all, he sags off Jane Marie in saying that if it wasn't for us male shorts, we wouldn't have an AA to send the so-called garbage to. Isn't it stating that AA is a male-only mag? I think not. If you'd care to look at the contents page, you would see the names Alex Van Dam, Marianne Booth, Cheryl Beasley, Jane Richardson. The list goes on. Michael then goes on to slag off Marcus Kasumba, saying he's poisoning his mind. To be frank, I think that it's Michael that is poisoning his mind. What with swearing every other syllable. This proves that his one adventure does not get as much attention as he so proudly and pompously says. What I'd like to know is why he has 104 other games and no more adventures. Surely he must enjoy going around ripping up old grannies with chainsaws and the latest Codemasters Professional Granny Sim and setting fire to shops. I know quite a few people who enjoy playing a game like Predator 2 and still wouldn't break your neck when they see the drivel that you wrote. Another thing, does Michael not realise that if it wasn't for Mr. Skilton's toffee-nosed drivel discs, modems and machine code, the CPC would have died a long time ago. Without modems, PD libraries would cease to exist, or at least not have as much software. Without discs, you wouldn't have fast PCs that you see today. Imagine loading a 128K file from tape, or 1 megabyte program from tape onto an Amiga. And if machine code didn't exist, how could you ever have any of your games? How many commercial programs are written in BASIC? Don't answer that one. You're the kind of person I'd like to hang up by the bees and on a piece of cheese wire and drop over the Grand Canyon with your 104 games strapped to your head. Graham Cheshire, Scotland. Ooh, this angry letter spot's certainly starting to hot up, isn't it? We thought Mad Mike Davies' letter in AA73 might provoke some sort of response. Needless to say, we underestimated it, and our postman is now in hospital with a hernia. Graham says in his PS that he'd like a reply from Michael to see what he thinks. Well, so would we, or indeed a reply from anyone else who wants to take Michael's side. We'll be putting a stop to this little shindig before it escalates into World War III, so if you want to chuck in your tuppence worth, drop us a line today. We usually send a badge to the angry letter winner, but in Graham's case, we're sending a £25 voucher, partly because we know a lot of readers will share his views, and partly because we like a good scrap. But mainly because the only badges we've got left are a couple of your Sinclair I've got big tips badges that we nicked from the office when they weren't looking. And frankly, we're too embarrassed to send them to anyone, as they no doubt should be. Anyway, dip your pen in the most expensive vitriol you can find and get writing to I'm flippin' angry at the usual address. You'll regret it later, but by then it'll be too late. Oh boy. I'd like to defend myself against the obviously upset Michael Davies. Has he got a chip on his shoulder or what? Firstly, he says, if your full address had been printed, I might have come around and given you a kick up the... It appears to me that he is one who has had his mind poisoned with violence. Secondly, he seems upset by my opinion of adventure games. Maybe I should have been more specific, but I thought the mention of hours of boring text would show I was referring to traditional text entry adventures. What's the big deal? It's only my opinion. My friends, family, and myself found his description of me very amusing, but I'm afraid he won't be seeing me at the doll office. I did say in my letter that I'd be attacked by hordes of screaming adventure fans. Looks like Mr. Davies is the first. Marcus Kasumba, Sheffield. If you're out there, Mad Mike, we're awaiting your reply, but we could organise some sort of contest, perhaps a water pistol fight or something. Ooh, water pistol fight. Here's the Mastering Machine Code. Welcome to part 4 of Mastering Machine Code. This month, the index register is explained. Plus, there's some code to multiply numbers and create RSX tables. Andy Price shows you how it's done. Yeah, all that machine code. Anything you need to learn. Equinox. If music be the food of love, Equinox must be some sort of microwave or something. Adam Peters dims the lights, puts on a baseball cap, and becomes a rock star. The roar of the crowd, 10,000 arms swaying in unison, screaming chicks throwing their underwear. Yuck. But it's that rock and roll dream. Let's be honest though, this individual's previous attempts at rock stardom, fronting indie thrash heroes' hippie state, have hardly been a mitigated success. The vision lasted 7 minutes and ended running screaming from the stage amidst an angry hail of bottles and beer glasses. True. Can Equinox be the much sought remedy for total absence of talent? Possibly. It says on the box that it's the new musical standard on the CPC, but then we never trust what's written on the box, do we, kids? The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the disk drive. Oh god, win a free copy of Equinox! Yo, pop pickers, want a free copy of Equinox? Then send us a tape with some original music on, whether a solo performance or a band or whatever, just as long as A, you're involved in it somewhere, and B, so is the CPC, whether it's drum kit, Equinox, advanced music system, or something else. Try and get a really good quality recording, enclose a note explaining where you and your computer are involved, and send it to Hello Bath, are you ready to rock and roll? Closing date, let's just say January 18th, 1992. Who knows? You might even chuck the winning composition on a cover tape. Yo! Right. Good news! Very well presented. Loads of features. Fun to play around with. Bad news. Not MIDI compatible. Daunting at first. Verdict 83%. And if you want to buy a copy, if you organise a day trip to France, be sure to stock up on berets, onions, and bicycle clips when you're there. Or turn to page 53 and send that check to the sole UK distributors AA mail order. Pretty soon you could be just like Brian Adams. What, Canadian? Oh. How to be a pop star. It takes more than owning a CPC and a copy of Equinox to make it in the wild world of rock. Mark Frith of Top Pop Fortnightly Smash Hits tells all. Oh boy. Cisco Heat All American Police Car Race. Jellicoe, let us begin again. It's that time of year again. The centre of the city is being cordoned off in readiness for the annual police race. Take the wheel of your high-powered police car as famous areas of San Francisco flash by with exciting realism. The Golden Gate Bridge, Fisherman's Wharf, Chinatown, and many more as you head for the finishing line at Treasure Island. With 5 levels to tackle, only the top-class drivers can make it, so hit the gas pedal and race for glory. Action test. Oh, finally at action test. We get to play games finally. We got a right on corkers this month in the form of Smash TV. Oh, they cover the text with the numbers, idiots. And Turtles 2, plus treats for both rugby and footy fans. But Smash TV, it's smashing. Sorry. World class rugby, get your own back on the Aussies. Manchester United, strategy and skill, what a combination. The game that had the top of the charts nearly makes a rave. Nearly. Toodles 2, run, jump, punch, hit, and read the plot sometime, but don't rush, it's great. Slightly magic, little puff in mode 1, or Dizzy with hat on. We can't make our minds up, it's still pretty decent. Little puff was in mode 1 in the first place. Don't get that. Alright, our first game is Alien Storm. US Gold, $11.99 cassette, $16.99 disc. It's Sunday morning. The sound of drunken revelry has faded into the past. There is no one around but a couple of joggers, and a postman has forgotten that the Royal Mail doesn't deliver letters on Sunday. On the pavement, lots of pools of oozing, stinking slime. Yuck! Chundarama. From the dustbins come strange, squidgy sounds, like the sort of noise you get if you squash a banana behind your ear. I'm really sorry about this. It's just like any other Sunday morning. But wait, what's that? Over there? No, not there. There! My God, the pools of sick are moving. There's giant snails in the dustbins, purple hedgehogs everywhere, and big red wobbly things wandering about. Quick, better renew the insurance policy. The aliens have invaded. Thank heavens we've got Gordon, Carla, and Scooter. Wasn't he one of the Muppets? They'll soon sort out those alien fiends. Their particle beam thingies aren't much cop, but the blaster guns they occasionally produce will make vegetarian mincemeat of those bug-eyed baddies. Sure, the Milton Keynes UFO Watchers Society only has 3 members and holds its meetings in the local Burger King, but hey, it's enthusiasm like theirs that won us 2 World Wars and 3 Eurovision Song Contests. They'll sort those extraterrestrials out. Mark my words. Go get them, kids. Actually, US Gold's latest Sega coin-op combo isn't all that hot, really. There's a slight bit of variation with the Operation Wolf-style shooting gallery bits and the stupid, pointless, fast-growing somersault stage. Basically, though, it's a bit naff. You just walk up to the nearest baddie and keep pressing fire till your character puts the stupid beam thing down and gets the proper gun out. Some of the baddies spit fire, others just tickle you to death with their antennae. The graphics are quite nice, and the sound effects make a brave attempt to conjure up the John Wyndham Day of the Triffids atmosphere. There's actually quite a lot of game here for the money, but very little gameplay. It gets very boring very quickly. Some people will like it, but ultimately it's just far too insubstantial. First aid target score. Get to mission 3. Second opinion. Alien Storm looks good and moves pretty well for an 8-bit arcade convo, but all you can do is stand there and trade blows. It's a bit dull. Verdict. Graphics 71%, run-off-the-mill coin-op convo pickies. Sonic's 48%, stop shooting and drop a pin. Enough said. Grab factor 78%, starts promisingly with varied opening stages. Staying power 49%, as soon get Sammy, you soon get sleepy. Overall rating 52%. Alien Storm is a nice idea. Unfortunately, the gameplay got left in the removal lorry during the arcade to CPC transfer. Okay. Time to get started. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alien Storm. Sega is a trademark of Sega Enterprises Limited. Now wait for it to load. While looking at this. Sega, the trademark of Sega Enterprises Limited. Copyright 1991, Sega Enterprises Limited, or it's reserved, converted by US Gold Limited, TTX Limited, Sega Europe Limited. Yay, it's a TTX game! Right, change controls. Right, flow 1, use joystick 1. Flow 2, use joystick 2. Start a one-player game. Gordon, Scooter, Carla. I guess we're using Carla. And we wait for the first stage to load. Stop the tape pressing key. Right, mission 1, stage 1. Oh, did you see you flying? Here you go, shoot it. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. You can jump. Or you can roll. Here's your jump. Oh. And then it happens. Oh. Okay. Maybe we should stop doing that. I don't know what that is. Huh? No, ow. At least you can't hit them on the ground. Energy. Oh. More of them. You're close to them there. Send you flying. Oh. Oh. Oh, in we go. Stop the tape, sneaky. Someone stage 2. And the frame rate goes bye-bye here now. Oh. God damn it. Everything's happening. Everything's shooting at me. Oh, god damn it. Jumbo, come on. You go. Yeah. Press energy. One thing I don't know how to do is how do you use the energy? Oh, jeez. Ow. Dead. Wow. Okay. Got more of them, of course. Finally got that gun out. How do we use the energy? Do something, please. How do we use energy? Okay. Next section. Section 2, stage 2. What if difficult. Do stage 3. All these things. Really? Dead. Oh no, we've got 4 of them. Okay. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Oh god, there's more of them. Jump, jump, you idiot. Oh god, there's more of them. And there's more of them. Oh. Oh. No, jump the other way. Thank you. Oh, and we did. Come on. You're getting nowhere. Why don't I use my energy? How do we use energy? everyone. And more come, because of course more come. We've got 5 enemies at once. And another one comes. And another one. Okay, I am going to check up. I want to check the instructions for this because I want to know how to use the energy. Let's see. Manual. That is not in English. Okay, here we go. Controls. Main stage is it's Amiga, Atari, Spectrum and Amstrad. Special weapons. W, redefinable. W. Okay. An I for player 2. We'll player 1, so should be W then. I actually thought I hit W at some points. Um, back here. Continue. We'll continue again. it. Bonus energy. Huh? This is one game that I played the arcade version of a bit. Is it failing to load now? Do I have to, does this have 2 discs? It does have 2 discs. There we go. There you go. It's our special weapon. It flashes the border and kills everything. Great. Ow. We just, yeah, kill everything. All the snails. I don't do that. It'd be nice if attacks could hit more than one at a time. Just turn around, jump, thank you. Have we just, oh, we did. Hey, now it does the special weapon. Oops. Okay, just whatever that was. Mission 3, Stage 2. Whee! It auto jumps. Okay. I hate these things. Die. Alright, 4 more of them. Google them. Oh, geez. One of these things. Oh, it just turns around. What is damage? I don't know if it, oh, there we go. Finally did something. Yeah. Ah! Oh, tree can attack. Oh, jeez. Doing the jump. I'm sure of that. I'm supposed to get close enough to it to do any damage. I'm supposed to hit it. Oh, there we go. Got one hit in. We got one hit in. Just gotta get the right spacing. We'll just hope you get the right attack out. There we go. Gee, hit. Got it. Oh, good. Alright, mission 3, stage 4. stage 1. Grab all these things. Yeah, kill it. Step back. Go through them again. Hit it. Cube. There. Oh, he's pick up the energy, you idiot. Mission 4, stage 2. Oh, okay. Oh, dead. Game over. You get our rankings. 1.5, 6.3, 0.8, 0.0, 1.2. Yeah, we suck. 1.96. Rewind to start aside 2 and press any key. That's Alien Storm. We'll move on. Alright, next game is Manchester United Europe. By Chrysalis, 11.99 cassette, 15.99 disc. Good inning for Old Trafford. Tonight, the venue for a very strange match indeed. Manchester United Europe lines up in a battle for their great Master Game trophy. And now over to Emlyn in the studio. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Man United, squeak, squeak. Graphics, squeak. Gameplay, squeak, squeak. Quite a contest. Thank you, Emlyn. And here comes the referee now, trotting on with the ball. Good job. You remember that. Jimmy Greaves? Apples and pears, dogs and bone. Yes, mate, what can I say? Jocks, Dago, mix. It's a funny old game, isn't it? Buy my book. And there seem to be 22 players on the pitch. It seems to be a good start. Tonight, Man U have selected to play in the European Cup Winners' Cup, but they could have chosen any of the 3 European competitions. Manager Alex Ferguson has opted not to play any friendlies in preparation for tonight's match. He's dropped Mark Hughes in favour of Robbins. What are the implications of that, McChannon? Oh, the boy done good. You got to get the players into the box, ain't you? You decided what he wanted to do, and he gone and done it. Good luck to the lad. Thanks, Mick. Well then, there's the whistle. Now we're off. Graham Taylor. Well, the play's a bit sluggish, isn't it? And it's not very conducive to flowing passing football. But it looks good, and it's certainly a lot of fun. I could say it's good, or I could say it's not, but I can't really commit myself. They're playing well, but on the other hand, they aren't. Yes, right. Scary. Sorry. Yes, right. Sorry. I don't have to interrupt you there. Yeah, it's a goal. Manchester United are a bit slow, and the indicators have scored. Any comment to Michel Platini? Oui, oulala. Je m'appelle Michel. Combien de vous? Voici Henry. Oh, es le gars. Un, deux, trois, quatre. J'ai trois. Tu es. Il est. Is it the other goal? A second human player has taken control of the other team. And Man U have cracked in an equaliser. That two-player option has certainly paid off for United. Goodness gracious me, it's another one from United. They brought on a couple of substitutes to replace tiring players and immediately hammered one home. What a contest it is turning out to be, Gary Lineker. Yes, I do think the goalkeeper might have been at fault. It was a good strike. Everyone should be nice to each other and there should be no more wars. That'll be good. Well, this is quite a game. The overall depth of the United play is proving quite a challenge, with good control over both the play and the overall shape of that team. Alex Ferguson has a lot of scope in picking this team. That option of which cup to play in and the choice of playing friendlies against any over 100 different Euro opponents is certainly paying off in a major way. Jimmy Hill, I've noticed that players can dribble with the ball for inordinate distances. They are unable to pass or shoot when there is an opponent within a few feet of them, which is a bit silly. And there's a final whistle. Man United Europe was let down a bit by a lack of speed and accurate passing. It hasn't done enough to win the Master game, but it's a very good performance nonetheless. My name's Brian Moore. Thank you and good night. First air target score. Get to the semi-finals. It's kick-off time. So any predictions in, George Best? You miss mate, you are. Give me a mate. Singing opinion. The graphics are none too special, but the depth of the game makes up for that. The added element of strategy makes for a solid footy simulator. The verdict. Graphics 74%. Pele called football the beautiful game. It called MUE quite pretty. Sonics 65%, all the usual farting and frying noises. Grab factor 78%, well presented and easy to get into. Staying power 70%, two-player option adds to the appeal, but it gets boring after a while. Overall rating 73%, a very workperson-like and polished performance from the Manclads. They don't win any cups with this one, but at least relegation isn't an issue. Okay. Alright. Time for football. So this is the football actual football game and not a football management game. That's boring, usually. Manchester United in Europe, copyright 1991, Chrysalis Software Limited, programmed by S. Hollingworth, M. Inkley, P. Harrop, graphics by N. Adamson. Press space to continue. We've got 5 languages. I don't know what Hispania is. Oh, pick this one then. UEFA Cup. Yes. What's this do? Manager Alex Ferguson. 1 is joystick 1, 2 is joystick 2. Alright, I see. Length 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 4. I think we'll stick with 4. That's probably a better idea. I don't want to play it too long. Let's go. Let's go. First round, first leg. Manchester United, England versus Real Madrid, Spain. See how well we do. Probably terrible. Right, UEFA Cup, Manchester United versus Real Madrid, first half. Manchester United will kick off. Now, everyone's got to run on the pitch. You've got to wait for this. Now, the referee got to walk with the ball on. Just like the real thing. Ball, bounce it in, it's fine. Get the ball, you idiot. Oh, the referee's not a player. This is the problem I usually have had with this game. It's just the opposing player just sits here right on top of you. Doesn't try to attack you or anything. When you try to kick, it'll stop you. Can you sit still, please? They not want to sit still. And they keep changing the player you're controlling all the time. It's annoying. Pick the ball up! Jeez. Let me keep my ball. Oh, God. That was the first half. I'm going to go through this again. Guys, this 4 minutes is the time of the whole match. Now, hurry up with the ball, stupid ref. Thank you. Boot it in. Oh. Don't think that went in. Not quite. Oh, thank you. Oh. Come on, Becky. Thank you. Hey. Uh, hey, get back here. What are we in? Couldn't even tell. Pretty sure the goalkeeper was in the way of the ball. Loading? What were you loading? Oh, first round, first we lost. Well, we'll do one more match since they're quick. Oh, it's the second leg. Huh? Return leg. Pick up the ball, you moron! What a pass is that? Hey, wait! Jeez. How come they can pass accurately and I can't? Throw it all the way down there. God. Come on, I try to do anything and they just... Ugh. Oh, what? He kicked it straight to him. Second half. You just ran around into him. Oh god, I can't pass to anyone. Oh god. That's an angle to shoot from, really. But that's some angle. God. Oh, for God's sake, really? Sit still. Jeez. Oh, never mind. Time's up. Ugh. Well, another 1-0. Well, that's the game. Stats. Look, numbers. Alright, we'll move on. Enough footy for now. Alright. Next game. Oh, Terminator 2 today. It's nothing personal. Super Sega compilation. US Gold, 17.99 cassette, 24.99 disc. Uh-oh, Multi-Load City, here we come. Adam Peters digs into the coin-op compilation that will drive every tape user to despair. Shinobi. Yo, ninja kids, it's time to put on your pajamas, fill your pockets with shurikens, and tie a big girly bow in your hair. Oh yeah, and take to the streets and the tops of highway carriages all over St. Albans. In an attempt to rescue a group of school kids from the evil Birdapoo. Birdapoo. He's kidnapped them, the little rotter. Like all the other games on this combo, Shinobi is a combo of a Sega coin-op and also a very burdensome multi-load. Unlike any of the others, it's available as a budget game, so loads of you have probably got it already. It's pretty good if fairly uninspired. Cool, this one's been around a bit. The demo's on the AA cover tape, a stint on full price, then on budget, now on Super Sega. We're getting a bit fed up of it, frankly. Super Monaco GP. Possibly the most overrated drive 'em up ever. It's not bad, but then it's not as good as some sometimes claimed to be. Scrolling is slow and mega jerky. Controls are at times unresponsive. And in order to qualify for the race proper, you have to complete a practice lap within a specified time. Nothing wrong with that. Well, it is a very long lap, and there are no other cars on the course. Yawn. Even in the proper race, you'll lose track of the other cars pretty soon after the start, and will only run into one every minute or so. Boring as something drive 'em ups can't afford to be, but this one is. Golden Axe. Fairly stupid swords and sorcery beat 'em up. You can be either a tall bloke with a stick, a short bloke with an axe, or someone else we haven't bothered trying. Wander around, hacking and slashing everything that crosses your path, hitching lifts and bizarrians, big chickens, where you can fighting through to your ultimate destination, which involves killing a bloke called Death Adder. Sometimes people swear by Golden Axe. We stand next to it and say, poo. Colourful graphics but blocky as heck. Golden Axe is okay, but it's not going to drive you wild. Crackdown. Way back in the midst of time, there was a ZX81 game. We had to plant some bombs in a building, avoiding the baddies, and get out before they blew up. Crackdown is nothing like that. In Crackdown, the bombs are already there. You only have to prime them and avoid the baddies and get out before they blow up. Crackdown is actually quite entertaining little shindig. It's one of those two-player split screen things, which means you and your chum don't have to hang around waiting for the other person to catch up before being able to move on. Then again, it also means a crappy small screen for one-player games. The map at the top of the screen shows the bombs, weapons, power-ups, and the baddies, and the layout of the place, of course. Bomber-bunga! Look out for the baddies, prime the bombs, and get out of here. It's also simultaneous two-player mode for extra fun. E-SWAT. Shinobi has lost its ninja powers and got some proper clothes, albeit Rosa wear, and ended up wandering the streets of Cyber City, doing much the same thing as usual, only this time with a gun. E-SWAT is crap. It looks good, but it's slow, jerky, wholly derivative, and as easy as banging your head against a lamppost. Keep lying prone on the ground and blast away at the wimpy bad guys in total safety. You'll finish the game within 2 hours of starting to play it, and don't bother playing it. Take it outside and shoot it instead. Second opinion. Coin-op combos are tricky on an 8-bit. Some of these are decidedly iffy, but Super Monaco GP is good if you like motor racing. I rate Shinobi a bit better than Adam does too. Super Monaco GP 63%, Crackdown 84%, Golden Axe 58%, Shinobi 80%, E-SWAT 23%. Verdict 67%, more patchy than that quilt Aunt Victoria knitted you, but a bit more useful. Perfect. We've played all these. We do not have to play them anymore. Including La Guillotine. Oh. Right, now let's do a cheat mode. No, we haven't finished with the games yet either. There's more still coming. It's sticking everything in the middle of everything else. AA's cheating section is crammed with goodies for anyone stuck in a game. Clacks. Now here's an oddity. Rob Scott of Leatherhead has written this routine which changes the colour of the yellow tiles in Clacks disc to green and orange. Apparently, it was written for a friend whose monitor, or eyes, weren't all they should have been. So if you're in the same predicament, then this poke is for you. North and South. Civil War shouldn't really be this much fun, asked Rhett and Scarlet. If those damn Yankees are causing you trouble again, here's some playing tips for North and South from Richard Hewitt of Belfast. Always blow up a bridge, if there is one, and then position infantry and artillery in line with the unbreakable bridge. If in hard mode, try not to get trapped on one enemy's side when retreating. Bloodwitch. Fans of the tape version, Mighty Bloodwitch, get a helping hand from Kingsland's crowned proker, Stephen Troop, who creates a super character for a super game. Super! I didn't get where I am today without being helping hand from Kingsland. Make Bloodwin a super character. Okay, just change one character. Light Force. Ross Younger from Edinburgh. How was the festival, Ross? Has cast some light on the AA-72 cover tape game Light Force. This one gives you infinite lives and invulnerability. Robocop. It's time to give the very popular Robocop on tape an outing in cheat form. Rob Scott of Leatherhead in Surrey, who seems to have a firm grip on his speed locks, is granted infinite time for all those wishing to even things up with the vile Bodicher. What does he is Bodicher? I quite like him actually. Once again. Chips Challenge. Ross Younger, again, but older this time, of Edinburgh, Jay Crooks of Belfast, and Chris Wilkins of Charlton, and Nathan Parton, no relation to Dolly, I suppose, of Estelfra, Sam Robinson of Tiverton, Jonathan Hurren of Market Waiton, have all sent me a host of 4-letter words. Luckily, none of them are particularly rude. They all are excess levels of Chips Challenge. Apparently the final four aren't available from playing the game and are extremely difficult to beat. Well done, chaps. Yeah, there they are, all the words. But not words anyway. Well, at least the first 149 stages anyway. International Karate. Carl Sario of Barnet and Nigel Ship of King's Lynn have both supplied a key press tip from the game IK+. When your fighter is knocked down, press pause, escape, then unpause, and you'll be on your feet ready for action. Heavy on the magic. Trevor Noons from Romford has been hard at work casting a spell over the AA-72 cover game Heavy on the Magic. In order to reach the exit at Culloden's pile, follow these 50 easy steps. Pile of what, by the way? Okay, so you pick up the grimoire, examine table. Don't get the book of spells. East, north, north, east, east, east. Door silence. Door opens. Go north. You are now a Zelator. Go south, west, 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 north, east. Blast, blast, and blast again until your opponent is dead. Go north, northeast. Pick up nougat. Go southeast, south, south, southwest, southeast. Blast, blast, and blast again until your opponent is dead. Pick up scroll, transfusion, transfusion. Go northwest, northeast, north, north, northwest, southwest, southwest, west. Blast, blast, and blast again until your opponent is dead. Sensing a theme here. Pick up clasp. You can now walk through fire. Go east, south, south, east, east, east. Pick up scroll. Go west, 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 north, north, east, north, northeast, southeast, north, south, west, southwest, southeast. Examine table. Pick up nugget. Drop nougat. You can now walk through werewolves. Obviously. Go northwest, northeast, west, north, southwest, southwest, east, south, south, northwest. Door, wolf. Door opens. Go north, northwest, west, west, south, east, east. Pick up garlic. Pick up bag. Go west, west, north, east, northeast, southeast, southwest, east, northeast, east, south, south. Pick up loaf. Go west. Door, lunacy. Door opens. Go north, drop class, pick up key. Go southwest, west, southwest, south, south, northwest. Examine table, drop key. Door opens. Go north, west. Examine table, drop bag. Door opens. Go north, southwest, southeast, southwest, east. Examine chest, pick up slat. Go north, northeast, west, north, north. Pick up key. Go east, south, southeast, northeast. Wait a few seconds. Go southwest, north, north, northeast, east, northeast, south, east, north, northwest, southwest, west, northeast, northwest, southwest, northwest, west. Pick up key. Go east, southeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, east, northeast, east, south, southwest, north, southwest, west, southwest, south, south, northeast. Examine table, drop key. Go southwest, northwest, north, northwest, right. Pick up key. Go east, south, southeast, northeast. Drop nugget, drop garlic. Go southeast, east, right. Drop bag. Go north, southeast, south, southwest. The slat kills the cyclops, obviously. Go west, west, left. Drop key. Door opens. Go north, southwest, west. Door 11. Go north. The exit. Okay. Maybe one day we'll have to try all that. Eastward and Shadow Warriors. I've had a barrage of letters from regular tipster William Huddleston of Innerlatham. He brings us these 2 tips for 2 US gold coin-up conversions. Take it away, William. Shadow Warriors. If you're eager to see higher levels but you're not good enough to get there the hard way, go to the Ender Level Guardian and allow yourself to be beaten. When you're instructed to rewind the tape, don't. Instead, press play. The next level will load. Good luck doing that on a disc. Eastward. Choose the 1-player mode, then when you're about to die, press the spacebar to select the second guy. It will last twice as long. Pocket money prices. Right, back to the reviews. We have Smash TV, Ocean, $10.99 cassette, $15.99 disc. Scene, a game show of the future. Blind date with aliens. The Price is Right, where you win spaceships and robots. Nah, it's a bit more violent than that. Cyberpunk sci-fi movies like Space Hunter and The Running Man, best film ever, had the right idea. They depicted a future dominated by violent sport and ultra-violent game shows. Like what Smash TV is. Just imagine American gladiators with fireballs instead of tennis balls and you're halfway there. Mission. You've got to progress from arena to arena trying to stay alive. Lots of nasty creatures, people, and thingies are going to try and curtail your existence. You start with 7 lives. If that sounds like a lot, you're in for a shock. It's usually a bad sign if you start with a lot of lives. Actual lives appear every now and then as pick-up objects. Hearts. Not hearts in the arcade version. Along with loads of different weapons and stuff. Oh, and there's big piles of money, gold bars, toasters, VCRs, and other stuff to collect on the way. There's 4 levels in all, each consisting of around 7 or 8 rooms. Anecdotes. Is Smash TV the sort of game you're going to want to play again and again? Well, here at AA Towers, when we're not actually working, which of course is hardly ever, we like to whack on a game and have a bit of a play. The average game will be on about 5 minutes before we get bored and put something else on. Smash TV has been on continuously since we got it. We don't even bother switching it off when we leave in case the night watchman wants to go. A fair competition over high scores is also developed, with yours truly having recently chalked up a whopping 61,810. Smashing Rod's pitiful 56,710 tally. Ha! Aha, not so, I just got 62,610. Style. Smash TV is a combo of the Williams coin-op, which was in turn an upgraded version of an earlier coin-op, Robotron 2084. Obviously, the home computer versions will be no match for the cabinet, which featured 4 joysticks in action, so fast you needed to fire a tranquilized dart at the screen before you could play it. Graphically and sonically, though, STV is pretty flippin' excellent. There's a wide variety of noises, and the sprites are well good. The main thing about the prog, though, is that it's fast. If there's a faster CPC game around, we haven't seen it. Hazards. The first thing you'll encounter is a big caterpillar thing. You can't run away, you've got to stay and fight the brute. Even once you've bumped that off, don't bother going through the doors. You'll have to slug it out with 4 or 5 different waves of baddies in each room before you can move on. As well as caterpillars, you'll also be facing off against blokes with baseball bats. Herds of fireballs. Keep your wits about you when they appear. Wriggly worms, Rod's description. Big robot eyes. Mr. Shrapnels, who blow up when you wax them. Look out. Robots, armchairs, and lots of equally silly and equally deadly things. Crivens. Tips. It might be tempting to zoom around like a mad thing on the centre of the screen, firing wildly in all directions, but you won't last long. Better to set yourself up in one of the top corners of the screen with your gun pointing down diagonally. Get that fire button a pounding. It's also tempting but dangerous to leave the relative safety of the corners to collect the power-ups and prizes that pop up regularly. The best of these, apart from the extra lives, are the triangles, which give you 3-way fire, and the smart bombs, useful for clearing the herds of fireballs on the screen. Verdict. Ocean reckons Smash TV is the easiest game it's released for ages. It's certainly easier to progress than many games, but there's enough rooms involved to present a long-term challenge for even the most battle-hardened of gamesters. The quality of the graphics and sound, and the incredible speed and frantic gameplay puts STV in a class of its own, and a variety of different moves and techniques are required for dealing with different foes. Smash TV is the home computer game the home computer market has been waiting for since 1981. Gnarly. No target score? Okay. Second opinion. Smash TV is blindingly fast. The action is incessant, and you can't afford to relax for a moment. A really excellent 5-minute game. 5 minutes. 10 famous TV smashes. Number 1, Adrian Edmondson, the violent bloke and the young ones, Filthy Rich and Catflap, the Dangerous Brothers, and Bottom. He smashed around 12 tallies and eaten at least one. 2, EMF, top Brit pop combo, who destroyed televisions in hotel rooms across America on their first US tour. 3, Nigel Kennedy. EMF pointed out a tally that had just called Aston Villa a bunch of pfft. Nigel threw it out the window. 4. Jeremy Beadle causes hundreds of tellies to get smashed every time he appears. 5. That bloke who kicked his telly in out of disgust when the Sex Pistols appeared on the Bill Grundy show. He kicked his telly out of disgust when... Yeah, alright. 6. Arnie Schwarzenegger, usually by driving an articulated lorry into a pile of 100 of them. 7. That bloke who eats metal and plastic objects. He's eaten 5 tellies amongst lots of other things. 8. Adam Waring threw a brick at one because he wanted to watch the tube inside blow up. 9. Adam Peters dropped one from a balcony and 2 weeks later threw a dustbin at a huge big pile of them, but we don't talk about that. 10. Bill Farram, one of Adam P's mates, who isn't famous at all, but he did smash his own telly in because he didn't like the poetry someone was reciting on it. True. And anyway, he's famous now because you've just read about him. I think we need to have a little talk. Editor's note. Please note that the information on smashing televisions is provided merely for educational benefit. We must stress that Amstrad Action is in no way advocates or condones such acts of aggression against electrical appliances, whether it be tellies, radios, toasters, or curling tongs. It's not big and it's not clever. Oh, and don't try putting your pets in the microwave either. Don't give people ideas. 10 ways to smash a TV. 1. Strap it to your head with graphite tape or similar, possibly screwing it into your skull to ensure it won't fall off. Then walk under a low doorway. 2. Wrap a West Ham scarf around it and place it on the home terrace at Stamford Bridge. 3. Disguise it as a sheep and send it to France in a lorry. 4. Throw a frozen rabbit at it. From your Sinclair thought of this one. 5. Leave it in a pop star's hotel room or on the set of an Arnie Schwarzenegger film. 6. Leave it on a pavement in Bath while Marianne's taken a driving lesson. 7. Tell Bernard Manning that it's a new style of chair. 8. Place it in the window of a local electrical shop the night before poll tax demonstration. 9. Give it to Mike Smith so he can watch telly while he's flying his own helicopter. 10. Hit it with a hammer. You're starting to get silly now. The verdict. Graphics 96%. Bright and colourful with super fast sprites. Sonics 93%. Lots of Boston combat sounds. Grab factor 97%. Smash TV is so fast you'll get hooked straight away. Staying power 95%. And you won't get bored in a hurry. Rating 96%. If the 4-minute warning was to sound today, this would be the game to load. Except tape owners won't have time. It's smashing. Groan. Time to play, I guess. This is Ocean, wasn't it? Right, so yes, it was Ocean. Okay, should work. Smash TV. Probe. STV, published by Ocean Software Corporation, 1991, LJN Limited. D period, in Bruty of Probe. Choose option, play with keyboard, play with joystick. Here's another Dave Perry game. He who gave us Savage. Oh, start of the game. Oh. Okay, go. We just die immediately. I pushed the wrong button anyway, didn't I? We did. Can't ever quit. Play with joystick. There we go. What corner they say? Yeah. Oh no, don't stand. Oh, you can shoot. Top corner seem to be safer than anywhere else. Exit. Whoop. Meet Mr. Shrapnel. We get rooms already. Oh, apparently you can shoot weapons. Maybe they just explode when they disappear or something. Weird. Yeah, it stops on the wall, huh? Exit. Oh god. Just leave. Tanks just leave. Oh. That takes life. Well, it was. There's another one. Yeah. Exit up or down? Go up. Oh, hold the button now. Any more? Come on. Any more? More shots. Except. Oh jeez. Any more? No, exit. That was quick. Bonus room! Oh, bonuses! Oh god. Oh. Exit. Eat my shrapnel! I know he's Mr. Shrapnel. This corner. He's over there. Oh, he looks back. Oh god, more coming out. Oh. Good luck avoiding that. No. Exit. Oh no! Well. Mutoid man! Look at his face, people! Hey, this is a pattern. Oh, that was hard. Total points scored. Toaster bonus. Automobile bonus. He's happy. Super VCR bonus. He's so happy. Cash bonus. Map 2. Oh, so a good start. Oh. Exit. Death zone. Okay, spawn out right next to me. 60k. didn't spawn it that quickly. It's fine. Oh! I hate Mr. Strap. Oh, go up again. Cobra Death. God, there's another one. I don't want to get too close to it. Oh, there's an extra life. Oh! Oh! Did it hit me? Alright. Exit. Yeah. Yeah, I knew one was gonna spawn right next to. Okay, we survived. Yeah, I beat Rug's score. Oh. These are fast. What? These are fast. Exit. Down. Oh. Keep forgetting that they spawn in place. Oh, didn't see that coming. Oh, very nice life. Oh, I'm gonna run around into a tank. Last arena. Oh, 78,960. That's pretty good, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, that's Smash TV. The tip of sitting in the corners is pretty helpful. Otherwise, you just die really, really quickly. Uh, anyway, we'll move on. I'm gonna fit in one more game. Alright. Next game is Turtles 2 The Coin Op. A Mirrorsoft 11.99 cassette, 15.99 disc. We're a fickle bunch, aren't we, pop pickers? 1 minute we're tearing around town with a plastic shell on our back and green mask waving a sword and shouting, Caralumba! The next minute we're dyeing our face yellow, buying a skateboard, instructing people to consume our trousers, and whispering, who were those reptiles sitting opposite us in Pizza Hut? I'm sure I've seen them somewhere before. The Turtles, as everyone knows, were last year's things. Today, they're just a bunch of sad bows who live in a sewer and probably smell of wee. So has Mirrorsoft missed the boat then? Possibly. Last Christmas, it gave us the first Hero Turtles game, a passable little shindig it knocked up itself. This time, we get a conversion of the popular Konami Coin Op, and it's not at all bad, actually, thanks for asking. It's a sideways scrolling horizontal ninja beat 'em up sort of thing. You take command of either Titian, Botticelli, Giovanni, or Macaroni, and kick, jump, jab, and skewer your way through streets, houses, sewers, and car parks, killing all the Dayglow villains that cross your path. Each hero has its own weapon, be it a sword, a stick, a trident, or another sword. It would be a nunchucker, but they've been banned after loads of kids wiped out their neighbours with homemade ones. All the weapons work in exactly the same way, i.e. skewering the opponent and throwing them over your shoulder. They just look different, that's all. In fact, fans, take note. There are precisely 5 reasons why Turtles 2 is a brilliant game. A master game, in fact. Firstly, the graphics. The sprites might not be a match for Final Fight and the massiveness stakes, but are certainly large enough to satisfy all but the most maniac of appetites. The backgrounds are suitably defined, atmospheric and varied, and the animation is very smooth and cartoon comical. Then there's a variety of moves. In reality, there's only 3 or 4 different moves you can make to actually cause any damage, but in between them, you wave your weapon around your head, leap through the air, and do all sorts of other stuff that looks really good, but does bog all. Thirdly, there is such a lot to do. There's 15 sub-levels to work through, and even when using the patented AA cheat, pressing fire to bring the second player onto screen just before the first one dies, it's still going to take a lot of waggling and burning of the midnight oil before you get to finish it, if you ever do. But hey, remember that ever so interesting chemistry homework comes first. Reason number 4, the end of level Guardians. In most games nowadays, these are crap, complete flippin' wimps. In Turtles 2, they most certainly ain't. They start tough and get tougher. The machine that poos aliens out of its bottom is a particularly nasty specimen. The final and most important reason for Turtles 2 being so fab, the 2-player option. This really makes for corking 2-player action. Take control of a green and brown one each and double team to really give those bad guys something to think about. Except there's more than usual, the swine. The C64 version doesn't have a 2-player option, so when that obnoxious C64 owner in your life starts prattling on about how much better than the CPC their machine is, instead of thumbing them in the eye as usual, just offer them a game of this on your Amstrad instead. Then watch them crawl away, blubbing like a baby. To sum up, Turtles 2 is brilliant. If you don't buy it, then you just don't deserve to own a computer. First day target score. Oh look. Just enjoy yourself. The verdict. Oh, hang on. We've got Total Recall. We've got to read this, don't we? So what are the Toodles getting up to then? Now that everyone's forgotten about them. They sent Adam Peters down to the sewers to talk to Cannelloni and Matisse about their lives, their loves, and their somewhat ephemeral, look it up, careers. Hello? Anyone down here? Blimey, what a stink. Carol Lumber! Carol Lumber from me too. Yikes, you scared me. Sorry dude, yo, have some pizza. Yeah, thanks, what I've already eaten. No man, have some pizza. It's great. Hey Matisse, Carol Lumber, it's pizza time. You got any buns? What are you talking about, dude? Have some pizza. It's crucial. Gosh. Yuck, it's a bit hard. I think you're supposed to cook it, taking it out of the freezer. A patty would be nice. Right. First question, why do you live in a sewer? No doubt it's something to do with the housing crisis. 12 years of Tory misrule, Bachman-like landlords and all that sort of stuff. Oh, we got some more pizza in the other room if you want some. Oh, I was back in Hull. They do some really great patties up there. So what are you not getting up to now? There's something going to be a third film. What happens in that then? Dunno. Probably for some baddies or something like that. Yeah, Carol Lumber. Teenage Mutant Heroes 3. The Turtles visit Hull and have some buns. Yeah, and we all grow beards in it. Hang on a minute. No, the Turtles come from Hull. Carol Lumber. Have some pizza. Dude. Yo, Carol Lumber, dude. None of them have beards either. Yikes. And what's all this green paint on the floor? You're not Hero Turtles at all. You're Rod Lawton and I'm wearing all dressed up. Got a dash. Yeah, see it? Yeah, that's right. Run off trying to con the kids like that. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Run away in shame. Run right up that ladder and shut that manhole cover after you. Hang on. I can't have the manhole from down here. Lads. Great joke, lads. Lads. The verdict. Graphics, 94%. Very lovely indeed. You can tell those green chaps are painters. Sonic, 69%. Not much going on here, really, but who cares? Grab factor, 87%. Just fly in and start jabbing at those bad guys. Staying power, 93%. Two-player option for fun-packed Christmas Day. Rating, 91%. Turtles 2 is everything. Graphics, gameplay, fun, and a full-size model of the Eiffel Tower. That last one was a lie. Okay. Okay. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Konami. Probe. Another Probe game. Probe got busy the last couple of months. Please type code from your manual, don't we, huh? Alright. codes in here somewhere? No? Here we go, here's the codes. Okay. What are we looking for? L across 5 down. Zoom in. L across 5 down. 5008. Correct code entered. Player 1 select. Trace to make selection and press enter. Well, you said he didn't have nunchucks. Come on. They're right there. Yeah. You know, here's the range. Where goes the music? Nice and slow now. Selection. Yes. Remember where the music slows down there? We've got to change the disc while we edit. Start game. Fire! We've got to get April out. No in-game music. Ow. Well, we guys have about a third of my life already. Good. Yeah. This is the sound we get. Oh, so it's down fire to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Come here. Get a little closer. Ow! Ow! Yeah, that'd be twice. It's cheating. Ow! 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 Dead already. Good start. That's a throw. Ow! Ow! Oh, ran right into that one. Oh, jeez. Oh god. Let's do that. Oh, and we did it. Continue, you get 2 lives. Just 2 lives. What's in here? Oh, okay. He's waiting. He's just waiting. Right, into the next. Yeah, well done, dude. Loading. Oh, they've got guns. Oh. Now it gets hard. Oh. Oh, oh, stop it! Stop it! That seems to work. Oh, until that happens. Until that happens. Oh. Now he starts flashing. And explodes. Like we'll never hear from him again or something. Well done, dude. Loading. Scene 2. Come on, after that shredder creep. Like something happened between there. We don't know what. Oh god, it's still alive. Oh, there's two of them. 2 in 1. We hit this. Yes! Oh jeez. Nothing. Oh! Don't fall down the hole. Oh, and dead again. Next. Nothing. We went through them. Hey, I got him. Oh. Ow. Yeah, Probe actually did actually make music for the game, for various stages, but they dropped it all for performance reasons. Uh, there is a version you can get that optimizes the game a bit and adds back in the music. If it was done like that in the first place, but they can't have everything. Down to no life again. Or, oh, world's slowest boomerang. And we did again. Okay. Something happened there. Oh, jeez. Hey. Oh, this dude just shows up. Ow. And we did. Oh no, not did. Now we did. Game over.